Hi everyone, I want to welcome you to this week's episode of the Lesson in 5. Lesson in 5 is a weekly program where we summarize the Sabbath School lesson into 5 main points. If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our future videos. The Sabbath School lesson for this week is the family. Let's face it, one of the places where learning takes place, in fact, the very first place where people start to learn is the family. The family can be seen as a school because that is where we learn the very most important life lessons. And this week, we are going to look at the role of the family in education. The first family. By the first family, we're not talking about the president's family, but we are talking about the very first family that was put here on earth. The family of Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve were given the role of passing on instruction to their children, something that they did fairly well. But even in the very best school, you can have very different results. Cain doesn't do exactly as he should. Abel does what pleases the Lord. This shows us that in the very best home, instruction may still be taken differently by people. Why? Because each individual makes their own decision. The role of godly parents is simply to give the best instruction they can. The childhood of Jesus. When we read the Bible, there's very little information about how Jesus grew up as a child. But there's some things that we do know. We know that he had the very best parents in Joseph and Mary. We see this in the way they respond to the news of having a child. Both Joseph and Mary are willing to be used by God, and that is an important recipe for good parenting. We need to allow ourselves to be used by God and instructed by God in raising our children in the very best way. Communication. In a very real sense, education at any level is communication. When we teach, we are communicating a certain message. And the Bible warns us over and over again to ensure that the message that we share isn't interfered with by wrong communication. So you may have truth, but that truth needs to be communicated in love. How we say something matters just as much as what we say. So we need to ensure that our communication is seasoned with love. The role of parents. Over and over again, as we study the Bible highlights how parents need to educate their children in the way of the Lord. Parents have a critical role in teaching their children godly instruction. Parents need to help their children. The Bible tells us that the father is the head of the home. If the father is weak and unspiritual, chances are the family will also follow suit. So parents have a critical role in modeling who Christ is, showing his love to their children. It's very possible that after parents have done their best, children will make a different choice. But parents need to be able to give their children the right instruction and do the right thing for their kids. Lest ye forget. When you read Deuteronomy 6, Moses tells parents to teach the book of the law diligently to their children. They were meant to repeat the promises of God over and over again. It says, tell them when they wake up, when they stand, when they walk, whatever they're doing, constantly remind them about what the book of the law says. Constantly remind them about the promises of God. Why is this so important? Because repetition deepens the impression. When you repeat a message continually, it helps somebody to bear that message and carry it and use it at a time that it is needed. As parents, God calls each parent to educate their family. The first place where education takes place is in the home, in the family. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the lesson in 5. If you've enjoyed this video, maybe if you didn't enjoy it, just put in a comment. Those comments help to keep me going, also help me to improve our videos. So please do make sure that you put in a comment in the box below. If you've enjoyed our video, like, share, and subscribe. Till next week, God bless you all.